Bear down Chicago. We have a seriously frustrating situation brewing at Lakefront practice today. Our head coach just stepped up to the microphone, and his answers about our defensive backs left everybody completely confused. Two vital starters are sidelined, and the recovery timelines are totally unconfirmed right now. The front office is losing patience with these repetitive setbacks, and it means some unexpected guys are taking reps with the first-string defense. You need to hear exactly what the staff said, because this could completely change how our secondary lines up when the regular season begins. Chicago Bears fans, head coach Ben Johnson delivered some crucial updates this week on defensive backs Coby Bryant and Kyler Gordon, and frankly, the news leaves us with more questions than answers. Both players are critical pieces for our defense, and their situations have been a major concern throughout training camp. Kyler Gordon has been a significant part of our secondary, first as a second-round draft pick who has shown flashes of potential, yet has been consistently hampered by health issues. He's been sidelined since OTAs with what started as a soft tissue injury and is now confirmed as a calf injury, leading to him being placed on the PUP list. The frustration within the organization is palpable, with General Manager Poles even admitting, "We are frustrated." He is frustrated. It's a little bit of a repetitive situation that we gotta get fixed. Then there's veteran safety Coby Bryant, a player we brought in for his experience and depth, who suffered a devastating hyperextended knee, bone bruise, and small fracture on the very first day of padded practice. Coach Johnson addressed Bryant's status before Thursday's practice, stating, "We're still in the information collection phase on that, in terms of the timeline and the extent of it," adding that more information should come in the next few days. He seemed to push back on reports of an 8 to 10 week recovery, which, while offering a sliver of hope, also leaves us in the dark about his exact return. For Gordon, Johnson simply said, "There is no update. We're just continuing to rehab." As Chicago Bears fans, it's hard not to feel a profound mix of concern and exasperation. While head coach Ben Johnson might be playing coy about definitive timelines, the immediate tactical reshuffling in our secondary speaks volumes about the severity of these defensive back injuries. Jalen Jones and Cam Lewis, initially filling in for Gordon at slot cornerback, now see Lewis shifted to full-time safety, a direct response to Bryant's devastating injury occurring on the very first day of padded practice. This swift adjustment highlights how rapidly these setbacks are forcing the coaching staff to reconsider defensive depth. Kyler Gordon's continued absence due to his calf injury, previously noted as a soft tissue issue, is particularly troubling. His professional career has unfortunately been marked by a pattern of nagging injuries that hinder consistency. General Manager Poles' direct admission of frustration, not just his own but Gordon's as well, underscores a long-standing durability issue, emphasizing a critical need for sustainable health. Here's what people are missing. The front office, and Coach Johnson in particular, are likely wrestling with more than just physical rehabilitation. They are analyzing whether Gordon's repeated challenges stem from a fundamental aspect of his playstyle or training regimen, aiming to break a cycle that has consistently derailed a talented player. Bryant's situation, conversely, is a fresh wound for a veteran expected to bring immediate stability. And Johnson's reluctance to confirm an 8 to 10 week recovery timeline could be a strategic move to prevent discouraging the locker room or broadcasting a timeline to future opponents. As fans, we recall previous camps where crucial additions were lost early, severely testing our depth, and this current scenario echoes those challenges, pushing players like Jones and Lewis into larger roles much sooner than anticipated. Now that we've absorbed Coach Johnson's latest words, it's time to understand the deep ripples these injury situations create across our roster and for the season ahead. And that changes everything for the Chicago Bears. The immediate and pressing concern is how these dual absences fundamentally alter our defensive secondary's readiness for the regular season. With two key defensive backs sidelined or with uncertain return dates, the coaching staff faces the daunting task of cultivating cohesion and understanding among a shuffled unit, rather than refining the established starters. This isn't just about replacing bodies. It's about rapidly accelerating the development of players who might have been expected to ease into larger roles, now thrust into starting conversations for Week 1. This unexpected strain puts immense pressure on training camp evaluations. forcing earlier decisions on who can truly step up and perform under fire. Looking ahead to the upcoming schedule, our early season matchups will demand a fully integrated and high-functioning secondary. Facing potent passing attacks, a defensive backfield that hasn't had ample time to gel could be vulnerable, potentially conceding crucial big plays that swing games. This situation certainly complicates our path in a competitive NFC North. Teams like the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings possess weapons that can exploit any lack of experience or communication in our secondary. These lingering questions introduce an undeniable hurdle to our playoff aspirations, turning what was hoped to be a strong defensive foundation into a significant area of uncertainty. We need clarity, and we need it soon if we are to truly contend. The inability to confirm timelines for Bryant, coupled with the continued lack of progress for Gordon, forces us to reevaluate our immediate defensive ceiling. Johnson's strategic vagueness regarding Kobe Bryant's hyperextended knee, bone bruise, and small fracture, stating still in the information collection phase, while dismissing reported 8 to 10 week timelines, actually serves a calculated purpose. This approach prevents rival teams from precisely identifying when Bryant might return, forcing them to prepare for an array of possibilities rather than assuming a fixed absence. It shields internal discussions and manages expectations, which can be crucial for team morale during a challenging camp. However, this same ambiguity creates a vacuum of information that can be detrimental. For us, the fans, it breeds anxiety and fuels speculation, especially when media reports already suggest a significant absence. The no update on Kyler Gordon's calf injury, while consistent, only amplifies the frustration general manager Poles openly voiced about Gordon's repetitive situation, suggesting the team is still grappling with a fundamental issue beyond simple rehab. NFL analysts are keenly observing how players like Jaylon Jones and Cam Lewis are being thrust into heightened roles, scrutinizing their performance as other teams undoubtedly evaluate the Bears' secondary depth. This is where it gets real for us as fans. The way I see it, while Coach Johnson's guarded updates might be a necessary shield for competitive reasons, particularly with Bryant, the continuous no update on Gordon feels like a concession to a persistent durability problem that requires a more transparent, long-term solution beyond simply continuing to rehab. We need to know the true path forward for Gordon to finally achieve consistent health on the field. This requires a transparent, detailed plan outlining specific medical strategies and conditioning protocols to truly secure his long-term contributions for the team. When we put these injury updates for Kobe Bryant and Kyler Gordon together, the picture emerging for our beloved Chicago Bears isn't just about immediate game day depth, but points to deeper questions regarding the franchise's long-term defensive strategy and player development. Gordon's recurring calf injury, described as a repetitive situation by general manager Poles, forces us to question the reliability of high draft picks staying healthy. This impacts how the Bears plan their secondary for future seasons. Can we fix these lingering issues, or must we seek more durable talent externally? Bryant's hyperextended knee, bone bruise, and small fracture, coupled with Coach Johnson's vague timeline, creates short-term uncertainty for defensive alignment, hindering foundational chemistry. As Chicago Bears fans, we feel a mix of concern and urgency. We should demand the team address these health patterns directly. It's frustrating to see potential sidelined, but it also empowers others to step up. We must temper immediate expectations for early season defensive cohesion, recognizing the challenging hand the coaching staff has been dealt. Gordon's persistent injury history suggests a need to reevaluate current conditioning and rehabilitation protocols. This isn't just misfortune. It hints at an underlying issue needing a transparent, long-term fix for him to reach his potential. And I'll be straight with you, while the organization manages expectations for Bryant's recovery, external reports of an 8 to 10 week timeline, despite Johnson's reticence, heighten unease. This thrusts Jaylon Jones and Cam Lewis into higher pressure roles, testing our depth earlier than hoped. This influences future seasons, as our faith in the current system to develop and maintain healthy talent faces a severe test, making us consider this regime's true adaptability.